Hi.
Hello.
Let's just start the damn show. Oh man. Step into the limelight. Hey. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we had a bit of some confusion, but we're on, we're live, and we're good. And here we are. Okay, what's up, everybody? It's another episode of Limelight Live. Like I tried to mention earlier, it's our lights on week where we do a full hour of our flashlight topics. And then this week, we're actually joined by a couple of special guests. As my co-host, Sharique LeMay, the wonderful, the majestic, the goddess. She's currently in New York on a job. She'll call in a little bit later, but I'd like to welcome to the studio Paco, Rogine, and my girl Catherine. If you guys could please give a little intro about yourself, what you do, who you are.
So, Paco, you want to go first?
I'm Paco Regine. I am actually visiting from New York.
We switched places, you and Sharique.
Oh yeah.
You came here and she's there.
Fashion designer. I don't know what's up. What else?
Yeah, you're a fashion designer.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Your birthday's tomorrow. Libra gang.
Yeah,
What are you doing
sure.
for your birthday?
An escape room with a great group of friends.
Yay.
Fun. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Catherine.
I am a producer, writer, and host sometimes. And I also am the director of marketing for one of the world's largest nonprofits. I'm not going to say it on here because that's my daytime job. Pays the bills. And, I'm a friend of Sharique's. I started off as an intern with her in 2016.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and now, stay connected with her, and I'm really grateful that she gives me these opportunities. So,
yeah. Well,
excited to be here.
we're very thankful to have you here. Thank you so much for stepping in and joining us. And I think we're gonna have a really good conversation.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah. As you know, we like to keep it real. We like to keep it fun. And today we've got quite a few things to talk about on our flashlights for this lights on episode. So let's dive right into it. We're running a little late. So first off, I just want to give a shout out to Cardi B. Her birthday was on Monday. Yes, yes. What would you say?
I said Libra gang.
Yeah, right, Libra gang. Yeah, no. So she had a dance hall themed party on Monday here in Los Angeles. The celebs were out, honey. They were there. Megan the Stallion was there. Spice was there. Um, I mean, yeah, Lizzo showed out in that see-through getup. I don't know if y'all have seen it.
Yes, she did.
Sure.
Ass was out.
Ass and titties. Showing all the goods. I love it.
Oh my gosh. But Cardi B, you did your thing. So just shout out to her. Happy birthday. Um but let's jump into okay, so y'all know the rave on Netflix right now is Squid Game.
Yes.
Have you watched?
Yes, I have.
Did you finish it?
I did. I think I missed 1 or 2 episodes. I just picked up
Right.
wherever my husband was at. But it was really good. I
Yeah.
enjoyed
Paco,
it.
you watched
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
Okay.
thing.
So everybody's talking about Squid Game. It's like Netflix's fastest at growing series watched. I don't even know the
I
number.
think the most viewed in the world
Yeah.
ever.
The most viewed
Yeah.
in the quickest amount of time too. Um so if you haven't watched it, just watch it. I don't even want to explain what what it is, but basically, Wired did a really cool article where they say how to play every game from Squid Game and not die. The hit Netflix show draws from schoolyard games played in Korea, and thankfully the stakes are much lower in real life. So basically, it's a variety of like playground games that the cast is playing in this series, but you can lose your life.
Yes.
And I don't want to get into too much detail for the people who haven't seen it, but it gets pretty intense. I mean, the red light, green light, the first game, I didn't know what to expect, and I'm like, wait a minute,
Right.
Wait.
Right.
What?
After the first episode, I was like, okay, this is real. Like, there's these kid games, and there was even like a Twitter thread about, what game would you lose at or would you win at? And there was like all the black people that don't know how to play spades, or
Yeah.
I would lose. And Double Dutch, like they just threw a bunch of other games out there.
Yeah.
Imagine if we had to play those two, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I saw that thread. That was really funny too. It was like what Squid Game are you a part of? And then I think people are even like they're making these animations with like the red light, green light, especially when like they're playing back that ass up. And so every time she turns around, they're posed in like this funny pose, but when she turns around, they is getting down, twerking every left way and right. I cannot.
Hilarious.
I cannot. Paco, what game do you think you would lose? None of them?
I was good at all the games when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. Okay. So far, I mean, I'm not completed the series just yet.
Oh.
But I feel like I don't know if I would have even made it past the first game. Like I have a certain level of balance to stay still. Like if I'm mid run and I'm on one leg, nah, they would have got me.
Right. Yeah, I definitely, with the red light, green light, I'm kind of slow to react. So I might have been one of the first people eliminated in that game.
Yeah.
My reaction time is a little slow. As soon as she turned around, I might have got hit.
Oh my gosh. No, that was good. Okay. Well, Squid Game, it's available now. It's on Netflix, and check out their Wired article to see what games you can play in real life. All right, next up, Megan Thee Stallion announces hottie sauce for Popeyes and that she's officially a franchise owner. Did y'all hear about this?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw her tweet about it.
Yeah.
So it's a sauce. Now, I don't know if it's a spicy sauce. I think it is a spicy sauce.
I hope so. The name Hottie, hot sauce, I would hope.
Yeah. But okay, so here's my take on this, because I love when musicians, artists, or actors, they do stuff like this. Like they branch out, because I think it's so common for us to know a celebrity for one thing, right? And I think Megan is kind of like the poster child for not being defined by just her music, right? Because she's also in med school, right? She's getting a nursing degree, or she got her.
I thought it was.
No. It was, I think it was a medical. I know it was a medical thing because her mom was in medicine and she did it to honor her. But Meg, like, I love this. This is great. Because it's one thing to she can brand a hot sauce and whatever, right? Like artists have done that, but she's saying that she's a franchise owner now and that she's going to open multiple Popeyes locations. So yeah.
He said he couldn't hear y'all.
Are we still on? Okay. Huh?
Well.
The most. We're gonna keep going. Okay, so but she's opening location, like franchise locations. Yes. And like I love the entrepreneurial spirit that a lot of celebrities and artists are doing right now. I think it's really important to show, and like especially for like their followers, their audience, to see that. Like I think most kids grow up like wanting to be these pop stars or rock stars or athletes or whatever, but I think what's so important and influential for these celebrities to have on their platforms is to show a sense of entrepreneurship, to show a sense that there's so many different sides of them, and I think that's something that other kids can strive for too.
Yes. Yeah, I'm definitely here for Meg, like get in the bag, even Saweetie. Like I love that they're branching out, getting these deals that are outside of being an artist. They should, as they should. They should definitely expand and do as much as they can with their name.
Yeah. And I think that's also like that's like an added layer of creativity.
Yes.
Because as creatives, we think we're only limited to one thing, but no, it also takes some creativity to be able to branch out and think, okay, I'm going to start this business too. And what can I apply from what I do creatively to this? And I think Megan is she's about her money, but she's doing it in a very smart way. And she's doing things that are attainable to the mass audiences. People, like anyone, can own a franchise. And I think that's something to say about her and what she's doing. So shout out to her.
I
For
can't
sure.
wait to try it. Are you guys gonna try it? Yeah.
But isn't it just Popeyes? Is it
It's
a
just
franchise of Popeyes?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
No, but the sauce.
Well, yeah, no, the sauce for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't. What is Sweetie has the McDonald's sauce?
Yeah, Sweetie has the
The
McDonald's
meal.
sauce.
Oh,
The
actually, that's
sweetie
just
meal.
sweet and sour sauce. I have tried.
Oh my god. Okay. And then next up. Okay, so I don't know if you read about this, but do you remember Brittany Murphy? She played Ty
Yes.
in Clueless. And I mean, she was in a lot of other films, but she passed away back in 2010.
10. Yeah.
Um
2009.
2009
Yeah.
in her Hollywood Hills home at the age of 32. She was only 32 years old. And then 5 months later, her husband was also found dead on the property. And then there's been this mysterious kind of thing surrounding her death and how she died. Um, People magazine was reporting on it. And did you get a chance to?
Yeah, so there's actually a HBO special
Yeah.
on her life and the mysteriousness around her death
Yeah.
that came out today. I haven't got a chance to watch it, but definitely want to watch it when I get home. But basically, they said she died from pneumonia that wasn't treated, and she passed away in her bathroom.
Uh-huh.
And that was like her safe haven, her place, because she felt like the house was haunted.
Oh.
So she only really loved the bathroom. That was her room, her place, like getaway.
So the bathroom wasn't haunted?
I guess so. I guess not. I guess that was like she would spend hours in there. Her husband said. Right. And so she was telling her husband one day, like, I don't want to go back home. Can we get a hotel tonight? And he was like, we have this 10,000 square foot house. Like, no, we're gonna go to the house. So a lot of weird things have reportedly happened in this home.
But Britney Spears lived in this home before
Yes,
her.
she did. And Britney sold the home, never went back. She actually said she had some weird like encounters in that house too. She says it's haunted.
Oh, I'm watching this documentary tonight.
I know. It's really interesting. And really, do you guys believe in all of that kind of,
I don't believe in ghosts.
Right.
I do believe in paranormal things, but I don't believe that they're ghosts. Like I don't think I believe in reincarnation. I don't believe in like that's not a thing. I do believe in paranormal things and that there might be other sources that might try to communicate or reach out to us in other ways. I don't know about haunted things, but aliens, I don't know.
What about you, Paco?
No, I don't believe in supernatural. I feel like there's logic behind everything that happens. So, but some people are just like in the moment.
Yeah.
But no, I've never. I mean, as a kid, I used to. As I got older, I realized that it wasn't real. But as a kid, I remember being scared to get down off the sofa one day to go to the bathroom after watching a scary movie, thinking it was ghosts in the house. So.
Yeah. Or like when you put your feet over the bed and like there's the monster under the bed.
Yeah.
I want to know what the audience think. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, Facebook, let us know if you do believe in supernatural or have had any encounters. I don't know. I just try to stay away from it. I don't want to think about it. Like I personally I'm not too invested. I know if you tell me something is haunted, I'm not gonna go investigate. I'm gonna believe your word.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, I'll stay
Okay.
away.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's enough scary things in this world to be afraid of versus like I mean, I don't know, the paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, sure. We fight racism every day. Like that's scary enough. Like whatever. What's scarier than that? But okay. If you live in LA and you were here yesterday, it was yesterday. Brandy showed up at Hollywood in Vine last night to reveal a new billboard for the highly anticipated Queens show, starring herself, Eve, Naturi Naughton, and Nadine Velasquez on ABC. They went on social media and said to all of our fans who are in LA, there's a big surprise happening on Hollywood and Vine. They set it up. They like showed like lights and smoke and nobody knew what was going on. And so then Brandy showed up. It was her daughter, and they revealed a billboard. How amazing! Quite regularly, okay. It's kind of cool, and I mean, it's cool that Brandy showed up. But a lot of people were anticipating it to be some type of performance, like a surprise performance, or maybe they were filming a scene. But no, it was
Disappointment.
just a billboard. Paco is a huge Brandy fan. I think he was even trying to go.
Yeah, I was
Pac,
en route.
what would you have done had you been there and that's what would have happened?
I mean, the pleasure of seeing Brandy was all I would have needed anyway.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I was going actually. So,
Mhm.
and I was mad that I missed that opportunity. So,
Oh. But do you think the buildup was worth what
well, I
what it
think that
was?
there was like everybody had an idea or their own expectation of what it could be. I had no expectation. I knew what I wanted to do. So, but it would have been awesome if it was like a little performance that would, and, you know, but no, I mean, I would have been just satisfied with what I saw.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to the show?
I am. I am. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
And what does it come out?
It comes out next Tuesday on the 18th. Yeah, I love Eve. I love Brandy. I've worked with Nadine once, and I love Naturi too. And the promo video, the single that they released, I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm all here for this show. I think it's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eve back on TV.
I love Eve.
Give me more of that.
All the women in the show. They
Yes.
have a really good cast.
Yeah, they do. So I think it's gonna be good. And I love that the promos are showing support from like other artists, like actual artists that would have been relevant during the time frame of when the group from the show would have been out.
Yeah.
So they're framing it as if like they've been around. So there's a certain realism to it and also some nostalgia to it that makes sense. It's like I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay. Shout out Queens starts on ABC next week, Tuesday. Bam. Another lighthearted flashlight. Today is hashtag National Dessert Day. At Food Insider did a tweet by tweet thread of all the best desserts, big and small, throughout the US. So literally 50 different desserts to try by state. And so it was like this long thread. And I didn't even know it was National Dessert Day. I was like, I need to get something sweet. But if you haven't already, please indulge in something sweet, something delicious, anything that you enjoy because it's National Dessert Day. Tweet it, hashtag it, Instagram it, all of that. What is your favorite dessert?
I love a good lemon cake or a chocolate cake. I'm very basic. And I feel like I bake really good cupcakes.
Oh yeah?
I do. People have asked me for their birthday parties
Mhm.
to make I'm the cupcake person. So
Okay.
I feel like that's like
So
special.
I should have hit you up for cupcakes for my birthday. Got it.
No, I
Dang.
got
I
you.
missed out.
I got you.
Missed out. Paco, what about you?
I'm not really big on dessert sweets, but I used to love carrot cake. I mean, I still do, but that would be my go-to.
Carrot
on-
cake?
Carrot cake is
Yeah,
bomb.
National Dessert Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like carrot cake. Carrot cake is good. I'm a big fan of cheesecake. I love cheesecake. Oh my god.
Cheesecake.
That's my jam right there. And then I do love cupcakes too. I guess I have a light sweet tooth because I love cookies. Like sugar cookies, chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin.
You can keep going.
I can keep going. Anyways, again, it's hashtag National Dessert Day. Enjoy your sweets and brush your teeth after. Okay, so this one's a bit of a controversy. So Jessie Nelson, former member of the girl group Little Mix from X Factor UK fame, she recently released her music video called Boys featuring Nicki Minaj, and it sparked quite a bit of backlash, especially on Twitter, with claims of blackfishing on top of her now very public feud with her former bandmates, where apparently I guess they didn't like each other. And it's what people are saying is that Jessie's really tarnishing her brand so quickly. It's like the girl power and the united front that the group was prior to was like this all facade, and when she goes solo, the feud is making her seem like anything that she ever stood for in the past just didn't make sense. Before we touch on that though, I mean, did you see this music video?
I did. And we had a comment about someone. They said that any dessert with chocolate and peanut butter.
Oh,
Really good.
okay. Yes. Okay. So Reese's.
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 Right. Okay.
I've had a
That's
Reese's
good.
cheesecake. Like, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Comment. So this Boys video, I saw it and I said, first okay, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know this girl. I was like,
I didn't either.
who is this? And then after I did some digging, I realized, okay, oh, she's from this girl group, Little Mix. I remember them. And she's white, like UK British white. And the
White with the white. Yeah.
yes, the
like-
white. Okay, she does not have this large curly hair that she's wearing. She's wearing a wig.
Mhm.
That's not her natural tan. Her facial features, those are not her features. Like it's yes, girl,
She's blackfishing.
you are absolutely blackfishing.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang. And it's so blatant. And then if you look at the video and the lyrics of the video, and she's talking about how she wants a hood boy and she likes when he's got tattoos and gold in his mouth. I don't even know what she said. I was like, girl, you're from the UK. You're not even there was such a disconnect.
Yeah.
It just kind of seemed like it was pandering. So I was just mm-mm.
I was really disappointed in Nikki for coming out and trying to defend her.
Yeah.
You know, I miss when the white girls were just white. Like,
Right.
I miss the Britneys. I miss because I love that. Like, I'm
Right.
a huge Britney fan. I loved when they were just celebrating themselves and their
Mhm.
culture. Now, even on TikTok, you turn around, there's a black woman's audio that they're like that trend. What is it? It's like, I need some money. And they're all like not saying the N word.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, just get a white audio.
Right.
Be yourself, be you. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to blackfish. And it's
Yeah.
just, yeah, I miss when the girls were themselves.
Yeah, it's so prevalent now, and it's kind of like a costume almost. Like
Yes.
this is not. What are you doing?
It is a costume, and our culture is not a costume.
No. Have you seen the video, Paco?
I have not, but I would probably. I don't think I feel the same exact way as you guys do about this.
No?
Let's hear it.
No, I don't really. I don't know them at all.
Uh-huh.
And I am pro black 100%, but I've seen what I've seen worse come from UK as far as like blackfishing and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know this young lady. I don't know what she looked like prior to this because my assumption is that she just has a tan and good makeup. So like I can't really comment on.
But it's not her natural tan.
Well, no, white people
She's like
tan all
4
the time.
shades darker.
Yeah, it's.
We have a couple people too that would like to chime in and say something.
What you got? What you
I'm
got?
not sure how to. They want to call in.
They can. We're working on the number now. Hold on, because we had some issues with calling in.
While we get that together, we'll come back to our comments.
Yes, I promise.
But does anyone know what she looked like prior to?
Like blonde hair.
Oh, you've seen her?
Yes, yes. I mean, she's a.
I don't know about the whole Nikki part though. Like, I mean, I like Nikki. I don't know. Again,
Nikki came to her defense.
Okay. Yes.
And then they went on like an Instagram, like, oh, we're getting a call. Hello.
Hi.
It's my girl, Sharik.
Hey, Sharik.
Hey, you guys can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm like trying to find my subway right now in, where are we? Brooklyn somewhere. We found it and it was shut down. It's crazy out here on the East Coast.
Ask me any question you need.
LA. I miss you guys.
Miss you too.
You got a New Yorker in the studio.
I do, right.
Yeah.
Me and Paco switched. Hi, Paco.
Hi.
Hi. No, I was trying to call earlier because I'm really upset that I miss Brandy. I'm very upset about that. And I feel like Brandy needs more flowers. I don't know if you guys saw the
Absolutely
He Was Savage video that they just did.
Yes.
Put out.
Yes, that came out today, I think.
Oh my God. It came out 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay, yeah.
Y'all need to go see this video. Tiwa looks amazing. Brandy does not age.
No, she
and
doesn't.
Speaking about these white girls, that's all who they want to be. They want to be Brandy. So I'm just, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like Brandy is amazing.
Yeah.
We need to have a whole show about Brandy one day.
She is. She's an innovator for sure. Brandy is.
Seriously.
Yeah. The vocals, everything.
Like her vocals I mean, I think she's the vocal Bible, but people argue about it all the time.
I think she's the vocal Bible.
Any female today, she can murder them.
Out sing, absolutely.
You know,
out sing, out act.
Absolutely.
She's the moment. She's the it girl.
But I'm so mad. Why you didn't tell me? I wouldn't have left. I would have stayed so I could see Brandy. What did you see
I had just found out. Like, I mean, they had only just announced it a couple hours before it was set to happen. And the only reason I found out about it is because one of my friends hit me up. He's like, "Hey, this is happening. Do you want to go?" I'm telling Paco, I was like, "Paco, this will be cool for you to do while you're in town."
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you know, we'll catch her again. But yeah, just give Brandy her flowers, y'all, and everybody go watch that video. It's beautiful black girl magic. She was savage, somebody's son.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
Someone authentic.
Yeah. Somebody. Who just said that they don't let Marcus telling me he want to call in now and say something too.
There's Marcus and another
calls, but I just want to say I love you guys, and Catherine, you the GOAT. Catherine knows she's the GOAT. Everybody check her out. She's amazing. And yeah, y'all keep it up. I'm out here. Say happy birthday to Sai. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Sai.
I'll see y'all next week.
All right, see you next week.
Guys. All right, bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, is Marcus about to call? Let Marcus call.
I'm gonna post the number for everyone.
Yes, you can call us at 323-900-0478. And yes, you can talk on any of the topics that we've covered thus far. We have several more to get through. So yeah. Well, I'll just end it on Jesse because and we got another call. Here we go.
They said say less.
You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay. I am well. I just got home from work.
Okay.
I'm just chilling.
Come on, late shift.
No, I've had a lot of things to say about this whole Jesse situation as a mixer. So here's the thing about this. So Jesse had a humongous problem with paparazzi and tabloids pretty much comparing her to the other girls in the group, right?
Okay.
So that does a number on a person's psyche. So now you're trying to reinvent yourself to look like somebody else to where you're not, in comparison to your other bandmates. I think what happened here was she just took it to the extreme because her psyche got so jacked up in this whole entire situation over the course of 10 years.
Yeah.
So as a result, this is what happened. In regards to Leanne and what took place over Instagram, I thought that entire situation was just messy.
Leanne is her former bandmate?
Yeah, Leanne is her former bandmate. She's the only black girl in the group.
Yes.
I think it was very messy of Nicki Minaj to try to sit there and air out another black woman.
Absolutely.
In trying to in defense of another white woman.
Yep.
That just happens to be your ex-bandmate.
Yep.
Especially when you're trying to, what it sounds like you're trying to just hide the fact that you're going through this humongous legal battle between you and your husband.
Right. And didn't she do a documentary that highlighted her experiences as a black pop star and the struggles that she had to go through in the industry? And wasn't it that Jessie stayed silent when that was released? Like she never said and showed any type of support or or just reached out to her bandmate just to let her know that she's here for her or anything like that. I think that something like that happened.
That is very true. So what happened was Leanne did a whole documentary. Prior to the documentary, she made a post on Instagram in regards to her, like you said, her struggles as a black artist in the industry, especially in the UK. Mm-hmm. So this whole thing on Instagram, and she's getting teary-eyed, and she blatantly said like she's well aware of her privilege as being light-skinned. Because she was well aware if she was dark skinned, it would be harder for her. Mm-hmm. Number one. Number two, in her documentary, she mentions she's done the Black Lives Matter protest. She's aware of what her platform is and what it's doing. And pretty much she even checked her husband at one point where they initially started dating. Like, look, this is what's happening. This is not You have to be aware that there are other different kinds of Black people and you need to fix yourself. And eventually he did. And after that documentary came out, Jesse Nelson was very much so silent about it.
Yeah.
Mind you, when Jesse Nelson did her own documentary prior to, a couple of years ago, Leanne did have her back and she was also featured in it. Right.
So interesting.
Right.
So interesting. Huh. Well, Marcus, thank you for enlightening us on this topic. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm so passionate about them. That's why. So thank you for having me.
No, we appreciate it. Thank you so much because that shed a lot of light.
Yes, it did.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
It's funny. I actually, while he was talking, looked her up, and now I know.
And now you okay. So did you change your original sentiments?
I still don't want to dig too deep into it because I don't know the entire situation still. But like, she looks like a totally different person.
Yeah.
I would not say she looks Black though. I think
No,
that
she
may live
doesn't
an
look
urban
Black, but I
lifestyle.
think she's trying. Like,
Yeah.
I think
But,
she
mean,
went overboard.
Yeah.
Some of us do, or not. Some of them do appreciate the urban lifestyle.
Absolutely. I think there's a way to do that looks and feels a little more authentic instead of it's so blatant. Like it's so blatant, and I think it's without any consideration of what you might look like.
Yeah. And I feel like it's okay to appreciate the culture, but at some point, like she could have spoken up for her bandmate that was Black, just showed appreciation and support in a way that progresses, Black people and not just stealing the parts of us that's cool, like our look and our sound.
Yeah. Well, as the story unfolds, I'd like to see what happens next. Moving on. Okay, so Adele's highly anticipated fourth album has officially been announced by the artist herself. The album is aptly titled 30 and will release on November 19th. The first single, Easy on Me, released today, along with the music video. And it's been 6 years since her last album. And I just read on my way here to the studio that it's officially the fastest single to go number 1 on the iTunes charts. It happened in less than 3 minutes.
Nice.
Like the most download, like fastest. The power that is Adele. Oh my God. Talk to me. Tell me what you think. Did you hear the song?
I haven't heard the song yet. But I do love Adele. I love everything that she is. She's just amazing.
Yeah.
I heard this. I actually heard the song not long before coming here. And I mean, I've always loved Adele as well. But what was amazing me most is who Adele is now. Like, she sounds the same, but that's not the same person.
Yeah, no.
Not the same person at all. And I love it though. I do. And I'm glad that she's able to live her best life the way she wants to.
Yeah.
But her music, the song, the entire video, like from the workup before the actual audio came in and stuff like that, I enjoyed it all.
Yeah. I didn't see the video. I heard the song. I like the song. Something that was trending on Twitter is like, well, we've seen this before from Adele, but Adele knows what works.
Yes.
And we're for it. We're here for it. And her audience likes it. And yes, it's a sad song. It's another ballad, but this is her element. This is her pocket, and people are here for it and they buy it every single time. The difference here that I found was really interesting in an interview that she did was she said how in her previous albums it's always been F you did this, you didn't show up for me in this way. And she said she had a realization about herself with this album where she said if that was constant pattern, she said maybe it's me. And so she took ownership of where she might be the problem in her relationships. And that's what a lot of this album like that is about, her coming out of the divorce that she came out of. She had to answer a lot of questions that her son was asking that she didn't know how to answer because she couldn't answer them for herself either. Like she gave the example that her son asked her, why don't you love my daddy anymore? Or why can't we all live in the same house? And she said she doesn't know how to really explain that to a 9-year-old anymore because she still was trying to understand how to explain that to herself.
Wow.
And so there was a lot of a lot of self-reflection in this album that she said it'll differ from her previous releases, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited for the album, and like Paco and you said, like she's definitely, you can see that she's glowed and that she's done the work, the inner work to be where she is today. I've seen like clips of her from her Instagram live, and you just see like she's really bright and kind of happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that.
I think there's something freeing of taking ownership of where you might falter
Yeah.
in certain things, and I think that's what she did. She calls this album self-destruction, and I think she
Wow.
needed to eliminate certain things about herself that were probably no longer serving her, because she needed to really dive deep in what she was giving to her life, her son, her relationship, her marriage, and the divorce of it all. So I'm excited to see what this album is giving. And shout out to Adele. Go watch the music video.
Yes.
Easy on Me. Is it? Yeah, Easy on Me. Yeah, it's out now on all streaming platforms. Bam. Okay. Now, this one. Okay. Now this is okay. Netflix Inc. employees have raised concerns about Dave Chappelle's special before its release. The company is dealing with an internal outcry unprecedented in its history. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Dave Chappelle's live special, The Closer, on Netflix came out last week, and there were several transphobic statements that were said throughout the set. It's a 70-minute set, and 35 of those minutes were dedicated to the LGBTQ community, and several transphobic comments. And apparently, it's been a big thing. The trans employees that work at Netflix are planning a walkout of the company on October 20th because they raised their concerns prior to. The CEO said that this it wasn't an intention of Dave Chappelle. Like it didn't cross the line of content that shouldn't have been put out by them. But apparently it's a big war right now over at Netflix. And so I'm at a place where I'm looking at this, and I think this looks bad for Netflix. Like extremely bad. Extremely bad. I want to know your thoughts.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks bad for Netflix. And if a lot of your employees are raising the same concern, especially people from that community, you have to take heed and listen, to that. I don't agree with cancel culture as like a whole, but I do think that there's a lesson for Netflix to listen to their employees.
Yeah.
Especially like, I watched the special and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, like this is kind of bad. Like
Yeah.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
And it made me uncomfortable, and I'm not from that community, so I can only imagine.
Yeah. And see, the thing about it is because the same concern was raised with his previous special. And so they brought that to the attention of the executives, including the CEO who's released his statements. And so they were told, the trans community within Netflix was told, that they will consider their expressions in future content. Just for this to come out, even prior to, before it was screened, they were said, this needs to be touched up. This needs to be edited, and they still released it. And so there's jokes about gender neutral pronouns and the genitalia of transgender people, and those things are very much inflammatory. They're very much damaging, and because of the climate that the trans community lives in, they're such a targeted group of people. A tweet that I read that really resonated with me is that the Netflix executives they don't see intent versus impact. And while it might not have been his intention, Dave Chappelle's intention for this to go wrong, the impact that his comments can make to a certain community are very damaging. And I'm no one to say what someone can be offended by or not. And so if you have a group of people telling you that they are offended by this, you have to honor that. It's not just one person, even if it was just one person, but there's truth there. There's something to be to be looked at there. And I think this is it's being handled very poorly.
Very, very poorly.
Paco.
Should I say
Yes, please.
I don't know. I did not see the special, and I had a big discussion yesterday with others about the special. And it's funny to see other people's interpretation of it. I was curious, so I did like go onto Netflix and like I tried to find just a segment. Like I didn't want to watch the whole thing. I didn't even want to do that much. But like the way I feel about it is like I feel like you should heed, or like there's a community that's saying, hey, look, I feel some type of way about it. Like, okay, now you listen to these people. It doesn't
Right.
matter what your thoughts are about it, but like obviously a group of people are offended by it, and how can we accommodate that? And I don't know what all Netflix is doing, but it doesn't seem like much. But one thing I will applaud Netflix is having so many transgender employees to walk out on.
Yeah.
I was surprised to even find out. Like, I mean, 1, 2, 3, like that's. But it seems like it's way more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they still should be heard.
Yeah.
I also don't think that anyone that's listened to the special should discredit the anguish that those people are going through.
Right.
So
I think too, because they do have so many transgender employees, you should create an environment in which they feel safe.
safe, yes, for
And
sure.
they're saying they don't feel safe,
Mhm.
And they're employees of this company. And I think that as their employer, they should
Right.
listen
Right.
to that.
For sure.
Yeah. And I mean, Dave Chappelle, he's one of like their most watched. He's the most watched comedian on Netflix. Like his specials draw in a lot of viewers. And I think the executives are looking at that versus the actual content. They're not weighing that out.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I don't even like Dave Chappelle. I never have. What's that
I'm
special that he had before? Like his own show? Like never watched that.
yeah. I mean,
It's like a type of comedy that wasn't for me.
yeah. I share the same sentiment. I've not necessarily been a fan of Dave Chappelle. There was things years ago that maybe I got a little bit haha, but he's not a comedian that I've ever fully kept up with. Needless to say, there's this whole thing about censoring and artistry, censoring artistry, and I get it. And comedy is its own monster in regards to censoring and what's okay and what's not, and what boundaries are. Because in stand up, there's supposedly no boundaries, right? Anyone can get it, and to a degree, yes, I get that. But when you have a group of people who are so easily attacked, who are constantly, literally murdered, right, harassed, people take their own lives, it's too delicate to make a joke of. And I get what Dave Chappelle was saying, and how a lot of his remarks were directed at white people and white people in the queer community, and how their whiteness precedes their other minorityness, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's still damaging. And there was a point that when Paco and I spoke about this earlier, it's just like Dave Chappelle doesn't identify at all within this spectrum. Why was so much of his special, almost more than half of the special, directed to this group?
Yeah, when I
Why?
watched it, I was like, this is a lot.
Right. And I said to Josh the other day that it's like I understand that it may be funny for some, but I'm pretty sure most of the people in the audience is like, why is this still going on? Like, like,
That's
can we
how I
move on
felt.
to a different topic? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, I get it, but is this what the entire special is about?
Right, exactly.
'Cause
Exactly.
I'm waiting for the rest of the jokes.
Right.
Like, I'm waiting for that.
It was like, what is your reasoning to make this such a focal point? And now it's caused this huge uproar. And I don't even think he realized that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But it just makes you question, like, why are you so pressed in this group of people?
Yeah.
Why? There's nothing for you to justify. I didn't get it. But
it's like he took his last one and like umped it to the 20th degree.
Mhm.
I was like, the last one was pretty bad.
Yeah. Exactly. It just amplified it.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, shout out to the trans community. I applaud the employees over at Netflix for standing firm on their beliefs, standing firm on saying, no, this isn't right, for standing up for themselves and who they are. And I support the walkout, whatever needs to happen for them to be heard and to be respected. I applaud them for it. So yeah, there's. And to close it out, okay, so Rolling Stone has released the third of its 4 covers for their Musicians on Musicians issue. This is a special issue that Rolling Stone does every year where they have different artists interview other artists. They don't do an editor to step in, like, and I think it's a really unique way to get information from these artists and have them talk to each other because they can relate to each other in a way that most music editors probably can't. And so on the third issue, we've got Kehlani and Alicia Keys, who interview each other on spirituality, motherhood, and creativity. First off, they look amazing on the cover. Like they're wearing these all red outfits, head to toe. I mean, incredible, incredible. And I love this pairing because they're both biracial. They both make R&B music. They both come from a different time because Alicia Keys was out years before Kalani. They both have very different audiences. I think Alicia Keys' audience is a little more mature, and Kalani, is more to the younger generation. But this interview was so dope, and I love the fact that they're both mothers, and we're able to talk about that and how their artistry impacts being a mother and their various ways of being creative. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and I love how Alicia Keys is like making this subtle comeback.
Mhm.
Like I think she had, I don't know, in my opinion, not fails, but a couple of like mistrials over the years where the music just didn't hit
Mhm.
the way
Yes.
it should
Yes.
have.
Yes. Yes.
And I feel like now I hear Alicia again.
Yeah.
In this last project that she had and the latest music she's releasing. So I love this for her.
Yeah.
And Kehlani too.
Yes. Paco?
I didn't know Kalani was light skinned.
You've never seen her?
I have listened to and appreciated her music for quite some time now, but no.
You've never seen what she looked like?
I just assumed she was a dark skinned girl with curly hair. Like I never really, like, I guess that's what I got from the voice.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's funny. I've recently discovered a lot of great music and artists that I never probably would have looked into before, and it's just based off of one playlist from Apple Music, and it opened my ears, but maybe not my eyes yet. Because eventually I'll look into them further. But the music's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Kehlani. I love Alicia Keys. I do share that sentiment where sometimes Alicia's music didn't quite hit the mark that her first 2 albums did.
Yeah.
But that's part of the artistry too, and I think that's
Right.
that's beauty in it, and her being able to ebb and flow throughout her creativity. I mean, doesn't take anything away from her talent. She's an icon. She's A-list, and this interview was really really dope. And you can go watch it or read it on rollingstone.com now, which I highly suggest you do because the conversation these 2 women had was incredible, and I really appreciated it. They talked about Kalani's daughter. Most of her life has been through a pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so they touched on that, and Kalani talked about how she recorded her all of her projects in the last 2 years from her home. The music videos she put out all from her home. She learned how to edit videos. She bought a camera. She went on YouTube, her and her partner, and they did it all themselves. And so I was like, wow, that everybody did. Like everybody had to get innovative, and they were trying new things at home, and it was funny to see that she was saying that, but she was explaining how her career has been with her daughter in her home. And now that things are opening up and she's going to performances and she's going to a studio, there's this new dynamic of her not being with her daughter that she didn't experience during a lockdown because she was in a lockdown. She got to be creative in her home. And so she talks about how that's impacting her and her daughter. And watch the video. Watch the interview. It's a sweet interview. I love it. And the print issue comes out on November 2nd.
Nice.
So yes. Okay. Paco, Catherine, I appreciate you. We have come to the end of our hour. I want to thank you all guys so much for coming. Thank you for bearing with us with the slight snafu at the beginning, but we got it together. We're live. We're on. If you could please let our listeners know where they can watch you, where they can follow you, website, social media. Paco.
Follow me on Instagram at Paco Regine NYC. And I have a website, www.pacoregine.com.
Bam.
Check me
Bam.
out. Some good stuff
Okay.
there.
Yes. Any new projects coming out soon?
Maybe. Yes, actually. Working on some new pieces. So definitely check out the website and stay up to date. Sign up for that email list.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Catherine.
I'm on Instagram at KATHARNE_. I have a couple of shorts I'm working on that I'll be excited to share once I'm done, but
Ooh.
just on Instagram.
Okay. And as always, I'm your co-host, Jpin K, but you can find me at Jpin Notes. And of course, as always, please follow Limelight Live Show on Instagram and Facebook. We appreciate you. We love you. We're grateful and thankful for having you with us. Good night.